You know, brother, let me get $1. We got to come up with something. I mean, we are on the last string of this watchtower stuff.
No kidding. And you're right, because, you know, you and I were really starting to get up in age there, brother. You heard me?
And we already kicked Tony out, got him out the way. And, of course, we just barely got away with not having to get no real explanation. The friends kind of forgot. But it's like, we... in the last of 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 the last days.
The last minutes, really.
Really, and we running out of excuses. So, you know, we just going to have to do it. We going to have to do it.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to have to just add some more.
Do you think that they're going to think about how we're supposed to be the generation that never dies? You think they're going to?
These people believe anything. And, you know, we get a lot of complaints. You know, I hear, you know, on Bethel. And a lot of the elders, they say, well, why doesn't Jehovah select people from other continents and countries? And come on now, we're racist.
Right. And we know why we got you, brother. You heard me.
Yes, sir, massa.
I think, you know, we were thinking about maybe adding a woman in there.
Why would we do that? We're sexist. Don't let the friends find that out. You know what? Those two geeks that work downstairs.
They would be perfect.
Perfect. You know what? All right, so it's about time for that annual meeting. You know, we just have all the CEOs and all the top ranked Jehovah's Witnesses. They'll be there.
Yeah.
And we'll just kick this off, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, we've been saying it's the last days all this time, and nobody's catching on.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect time.
Perfect time.
All right, call up the rest of the brothers. We got a plan.
Okay.
Welcome to this year's annual meetings, brothers and sisters. Could be the last one because, as we tell you, every Sunday, we're in the last days of the last days of the last days. Now, me and my fellow special anointed brothers at the governing body, we were talking to Jehovah, and Jehovah was talking back to us, and he told us that he is going to select not one, but 2 more anointed brothers to serve as fellow governing body members to tell you all what to do. And these brothers are special because, like always, they look just like us. Jehovah sees brothers and sisters all around the globe. North America, South America, Asia, Europe, Africa, all over the place. But he always picks the ones that look just like us to tell you all what to do. Just like all the other religions. Now, we have something very special for you, brothers and sisters. One of the brothers couldn't make it because he's talking to Jesus, but the other one is going to come and give prayer. Now, notice, he's so special, he's not going to walk up, he's going to levitate up because he's anointed. Welcome, one of our new brothers.
Hello, brothers and sisters. I'm going to end our annual meeting with a prayer. Oh, dear Jehovah God and governing body, thank you so much for putting me in such an amazing position. I mean, humble privilege to be able to serve alongside my other partners. I mean, governing body members. We will make you so proud in creating so much money for this corporation and continuing to serve you at the highest degree. Amen.
What's going on, y'all?
What is up, y'all? We are back again.
On the update on some big news.
Okay, we have new lights.
Once again, everybody else got to touch on this, so you know we got to put our little our little couple of cents up in here.
Most definitely.
I mean, it's funny from the outside looking in at this point because we've all known that this is a joke.
Yeah.
And we just get to kind of sit on the sideline and go, what they gonna come up with next?
Right. Listen, if you guys want to watch the entire annual meeting, because truly I thought there was going to be more new light, okay? But there really wasn't. They kind of just started off with this banger of saying, boom, there's 2 new governing body members. Like, that was like maybe 30 minutes into the meeting, not even kidding. But you guys, who was it? XJW Caleb streamed the entire annual meeting. So head over to his channel if you want to watch the whole thing. But we're just going to give you the highlight of it, okay?
We are. Another person, XJW Critical Thinker.
Yeah.
JT. I like JT because he was at Bethel for a while. So he can kind of give you, like, I didn't know that this was just for all the big wigs to fly in town and be a part of this, but it wasn't for everybody else. Don't need to know this stuff. So it's like a basically a company. The top people of the company are hosting an event or an important meeting, and everybody, all the CEOs and presidents of all these Walmarts around the the country fly in. That's all this is.
Which is really funny because that's actually what people do. Like in corporations, they have like an annual or a semi-annual meeting where they get together and they talk about different changes and things like that for the company. But anyway, I remember back whenever we had the new Bible, that's whenever we got to, like, everybody got to go to the annual meeting. Remember? And they were hosting it at like different places. Yeah, but yeah, it's for the top notch people that get to go to the annual meeting every year.
Yep, that's all that comes down to.
Yeah. So let's get into this. Let's get into the 2 new governing body members. So we were basically waiting the entire time to see if we'd be able to see what both of them look like, but they ended up only allowing the one guy to come up and give a prayer. So I don't know what the other person looks like yet, but the one that we did see
fit the description.
Bald white guy, of course.
It's a joke at this point, and this is the exact thing that woke me up from this organization was how are the original people from Africa, and especially if you live in America, you may not realize how many people of color there are in the whole world.
Right.
There's a lot. But once you understand that and you go, okay, wait a minute. This organization was created by a white man that said a lot of racist things. We'll insert a clip here. And you can go watch that original video, The Racist History of Jehovah's Witnesses. Yeah. Now, so Jehovah selected this man to lead everybody to the promised land. Yeah. Until this day, the only people that Jehovah actually talks to give information are these people. And just think about other companies, right? Walmart, AT&T, Apple. What these people look like in this corporation world, it's the same thing. Only difference is they don't claim to get their information from God. They flat out say this is a business. Yeah. Jehovah's Witnesses, the leaders of this, pretend that it's not a business and that Jehovah is handpicking these people.
It's ridiculous. It's the lack of diversity. And we were just talking about this earlier today. But let's talk about the fact that there's no women. Of course, there's nobody from Asia. There's nobody from India. There's nobody. There's one black guy.
They got there in the late 90s because people kept complaining.
Yeah. Yeah. But you have all of these other races, no Hispanic people, you know, all these other races that are not, you know, not to be shown for. And then on top of it, you have 0 women. So you're trying to tell me that there's 0 anointed women?
Jehovah don't see at least one out of all these people in the world. Not even one is worthy of Jehovah saying, you know what? I'm going to communicate directly through you.
Yeah. They don't even try with this thing. Like, you would think that they would at least try to add some diversity in there, being that this is supposed to be a, you know, a global religion, and these are the chosen people for all people. And not to mention, there's literally more women in the Jehovah's Witness religion than there are men, and there's no women that can be a part of the governing body.
They explain this, and they understand they don't have to explain it to the members, because whatever they say goes, even if it don't make sense. They are so brainwashed not to even think to question anything.
Exactly. Even when it comes to them being the generation that never dies. Now, why are you adding more people in?
Yeah, it comes down to, you know, this generation will never die, and then the overlapping generation. So we all been on the edge of our seat to go, all right, they starting to get old. Are they going to add more people?
Exactly.
And not, all right, 144,000, which that has been debunked a long time ago.
Yeah.
How long do it take to get 144,000? Sheesh, they've been, and JT and Lady C did a video covering this.
Yeah.
Originally, everybody was going to heaven, in the Bible times, and all these people died, all these Christians in the Bible. Then when Jehovah's Witnesses, the remix of the very first Jehovah's Witnesses that are really, as they say, part two of everybody else in the Bible.
Yeah.
Everybody was going to heaven at first. Mm-hmm. And once the numbers start filling up and they got close to 144,000.
They were probably past 100.
Way past. Now we got to hit the brakes. And now only a couple people here and there.
And keep having to change the teachings because there are millions of people who are in this religion.
Yep.
So you're continuing to change the teachings to match whatever it is that you guys said, instead of saying, listen, we were wrong. And is it that hard to say, like, you as a corporation, you guys were wrong?
And they can't, because that'll dismantle the whole foundation. So now you look at it, well, wait a minute. If y'all got the 144,000 wrong, are y'all really anointed?
Exactly.
That may cause those types of questions. So
it will cause
it
that.
will.
Yeah.
It's already causing it.
Exactly.
Like, that's how people like us go, wait, man, hold on. So many people know that things don't add up in this religion, but as long as you follow the rules, you'll stay in the box. The moment you break the rules, and not even nothing crazy, just by simply going, you know what? I want to listen to a second opinion. I want to talk to these former elders, former pioneers, former Bethelites that do videos or post things online. I want to at least see what they got to say. Or I know somebody that used to be a witness and stop.
Yeah.
Let me ask them why. And when they present things to me, let me look for myself.
Yeah.
The moment you do that, you're not going to be a Jehovah's Witness no more.
No. And the problem with that is, like, that's the thing. You have all of these whistleblowers from people who used to be in this organization who left, and now they're telling the real deal about what goes on behind the curtain, you know, and what is really happening inside of this organization. And you see it you see it from meetings to assemblies to people who used to be pioneers and all of these titles, the elders, like Bethelites, you know, all these people who are coming out and speaking out about what goes on behind closed doors.
And that is when the dots finally connect. The things that never made sense while you were Jehovah's Witness.
Yep.
When you talk to ex-witnesses, the dots connect. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the circuit overseer coming in, we just knew it was special.
Yeah.
Then once you talk to former CEOs or elders and they say, oh yeah, things will be getting out of hand and this is the boss that comes and gets things in order.
Yeah.
And it goes, well, duh, that makes sense.
Yep, everything begins to click after that.
That's all it takes.
I will say, I was trying to watch some of the pieces of the annual meeting. This thing was like 3 hours long, and all I was thinking to myself was, how in the world did I used to be able to go through an entire day listening to this crap?
And taking notes too.
And taking notes. Like,
that stuff
oh
is
my gosh.
boring.
I literally think about how busy we are now. And then I try to put myself back in the box of, like, being a Jehovah's Witness and everything that comes with. And I'm like, no wonder people are just walking around like freaking zombie robots. Because seriously, that's exhausting.
It is. It's draining everything out of you.
Even the stupid jokes, literally the stupid jokes that they make during the thing, like, they're not even funny.
And
like,
the sitcom laugh, but like,
and then the fake claps, like,
yeah, like, man, this is boo this man.
Yeah.
That's how you feel the whole time.
And it's crazy because you just used to laugh at everything. Like, stuff didn't even used to be funny.
I remember we went over to my aunt's house, and that was the vibe in the living room. Like,
yeah,
my aunt Jeanette.
Yeah.
And it was just like and this is after we woke up, but people didn't know that we was woke just before we was doing videos and stuff. And it was like, dang, everything just feels so fake. Like, man,
yes,
this ain't.
And comparing that to whenever we go to, like, your other aunt's house, where it's like genuine laughter.
You know what I mean? Raw and uncut.
Yeah, just like genuine, you know, not just having to tiptoe and walk on eggshells. It's like, that's what everybody is doing.
It's like Seinfeld level comedy, like, or Friends and Cheers and all that stuff. Like, that's.
Babe, Friends was funny. Here
Babe, you about to lose some cookout points in the comments for saying that.
I don't care. It was
like,
funny.
what? Like, we don't want to watch that garbage. We watch Martin and Fresh Prince and
that was
stuff
funny
like that.
too, but
no,
Friends was also
that
funny.
was funny and that was corny.
It's funny to me.
It's cool though. He was a Jehovah's Witness at the time he was watching it.
It's funny.
But no, that's serious though, babe. Like, that whole situation with just watching the annual meeting
Oh my
And
God, it was so boring.
Especially when you're able to watch it and not believe in it. You get to say how you really feel.
It's just different.
Remember?
It's just different.
Oh, that was such an encouraging talk. Like, it wasn't encouraging, or it could be something as simple as a comment like, sister, I enjoyed your comment. Like, no, you didn't.
Right. Like, it was not. I barely listened to half of it. How about that?
Right. But I remember you saying something when you asked for the mic, and I'm going to just make you feel good because they tell me to.
Right. That's literally how it goes. And they put out this, like, video. Oh, of course they had a new song. And it was like, give glory to God.
Give glory to the governing body. Literally.
But they had this video too about like wanting, young ones to pursue kingdom interests and all of that, dedicate your life to Jehovah.
Young elders too, right?
I think that's just a thing that they want. They want the elders to be younger.
So why do you think all of a sudden they want all these young elders?
So because it's new people that they can more easily control. People that are going to be around for a while.
Because if you're young and you're a Jehovah's Witness and you pursuing this type of stuff, you are lost in the sauce, because so many young people right now are taking advantage of the information that's in the palm of their hands and in their pocket.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have like an overflow of information. You can literally, whatever it is that you want to find out, you can find it out.
It ain't hard.
No, it's really not that hard. Like sometimes all it takes is a quick Google search.
That's it. Like, and Google can destroy truth.
Yeah. TikTok rabbit holes, like
people going through that. Yep. So that makes sense with this whole young elders thing, because a lot of the older generation is fading out, and it's not a lot of young people that want. That's not just Jehovah's Witnesses. Religion in general, our generation is asking too many questions, and the one before us wasn't allowed. You just did whatever you was told, and it's rude to ask your parents or grandparents questions or question why they do things.
And that was in regards to everything, but like the generations after us are just a little different. Like our generation, maybe even the generation a little before us too, like they're just, we are more inquisitive. Like we want to know, like, why is it that we do things this way? Because things get passed down through your family and you don't even know why. You know what I mean? You don't know why we do something a certain way. It could be the simplest reason on why we do it. Like, oh, because that's how my mom taught me how to do it, and you just never think to change it. You never think that, oh, there may be a better way.
And something else about our generation too, like the one before us was already picking that up. And of course there are older people that was always woke and knew religion was bogus, but we were the ones that got to witness. Like in my time, I remember cars coming with the CD player and the cassette tapes. And I remember the cassette tapes and VHSs turning over to CDs, DVDs, to DVDs, to apps like Netflix. So we are the technology generation, and we are I remember being in high school when iPhones first came out. Now that I'm out of high school, like now everybody has internet on their phone, period.
Isn't that crazy?
So we are the ones that, we familiar with this stuff. Like we were teenagers when this stuff was going on.
And on top of we remember what was happening before that too. You know what I mean? Like I was still alive whenever pagers were a thing. You know? And
people going to libraries to find out information.
Like, wow.
So that's the threat in this organization. People don't have to go and find these books or these old magazines that have been thrown away. Now they can physically find them on their phone. So this is ruining this organization.
Most definitely.
And finally, I want to know, well, I guess we kind of know, but just in my own imagination, what are the members thinking? Like, of course, some are brainwashed.
They thinking?
Right. Exactly, right.
Are they thinking? Because I feel like no. After having all of these changes that they had throughout this past year, which it's crazy that we're even already in October. That's insane. It doesn't feel like that's already think. But anyway, even through all the changes that have happened this year, with the sisters now being able to wear pants, the men now being able to wear beards, changing the disfellowshipping doctrine, the SA cases that happened up in Pennsylvania with all of those elders, and all of the SA cases happening through the rest of the world with Jehovah's Witnesses. You know what I mean? Like, there's just so much that is out. And it's crazy to think that there's still so many witnesses. But I can't help but think there's a lot of people that no longer believe in it, but are just doing it because they want to have contact with their friends, have contact with their family. Because, I don't know, the energy seems different.
Yeah.
You know?
And you just can't tell who is who. Like, you wonder about, everybody has certain witnesses that we know still go, but we wonder, like, man, do they really believe in that stuff?
Yeah.
Like, so many people just are sticking to it, maybe because they scared to find out what they already feeling, if that's true or not. But things like this, it's going to, put it like this, it's going to wake somebody up. It may not wake up everybody, but certain people with this, just like certain events that took place when we were witnesses, woke us up.
Yeah.
Everybody that you talk to that left had an event or a doctrine or a situation or experience. Something happened for them to wake up. And best believe this right here, just like how COVID wiped out a big percentage, this new governing body thing, and this is something I wanted to mention earlier. These two people that got anointed, last week their word was pointless. Now, here we are this week. Now it's life or death, depending on what they tell you. You got to obey these people.
Yeah.
All of us. How does that change overnight?
I know.
And just like Tony Morris, what Tony Morris say now is worthless. What he said a year or so ago was set in stone because it was straight from God.
And they
God
literally
doesn't
wiped out
change.
all of his videos.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. I don't know. I just think there's still some Jehovah's Witnesses that like follow me on Instagram and stuff, and that I follow back. And even just seeing some of their posts, it's just like, I don't know. Like, not even cringy. Some of them it's just sad. Like, they're always posting sad quotes and stuff about them being depressed or having PTSD or I don't know, just like different things, you know.
Oh, and I didn't see anything like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, like I have a couple people that, you know, that I follow that post stuff like that about PTSD or like depression and things, and they look at it as so normal, and it's not that it's abnormal. Even if you leave, like, you may still have episodes of depression or PTSD, of course, you know, but I just wish that other people could see the light a little bit,
or even understand that part of the depression is this cult.
Yeah,
because you are being confined and controlled, and you're not being able to be yourself,
and being put in a box. Like, that literally makes your nervous system nervous. Like, it puts it on edge because you're being confined to this little box, and there's so much more to you.
It is. Yeah. Well, I guess to wrap it up, let us know what y'all think in the comments. What do y'all think is about to happen with these changes? What are some of the predictions that you know?
Do you have any?
I feel like they are going to get some backlash by some of the members because of this change. Yeah. And certain people, I just feel like certain people are going to wake up from this. Just like how COVID did, this is about to shake some things up, because why is Jehovah adding more and more brothers?
To be honest, I don't think it's going to change anything. I just feel like they are so brainwashed. And this is the thing. I know more about the organization now that I am outside of the organization than I did while I was an actual Jehovah's Witness. So you are literally just in a bubble of information. Like, there's not a lot that you know while you're a Jehovah's Witness. And if you do know it, you decide your path. Like, am I just going to, you know, stay in and not really believe and stay in for like my family and friends, or am I going to leave and have to be shunned and everything? But I do think eventually they're gonna have to change the shunning doctrine. Like,
yeah, they're gonna have to lighten up on a lot more rules. Yeah, but like you said, certain people need to be led. Certain people want to be sheep, are meant to be sheep, and they just follow blindly wherever they're being led to. If they're being led off a cliff, they'll just fall off the cliff. And even falling off the cliff in midair, they'll be like, the shepherd can come save me, because they that lost in the sauce.
I'm telling you.
Yep, it's unfortunate, but thankfully we out, and we got a video coming out that's going to expose or explain why Jehovah's Witnesses is not the truth. Yeah. And it's not going to be coming from us, it's going to be coming from the Jehovah's Witnesses.
As always.
As always. But keep hitting us on our Instagram at Awaken Truths IG. Our TikTok is almost at 1,000 subscribers. Thanks to y'all. So that is at Awaken Truths LLC. What else?
We have our healing journals. We have the regular version and the Pimo version. Somebody just messaged us the other day about how helpful it's been to them. So that was pretty cool.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to them for sure. And I think that's about it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will catch y'all in the next one.
Peace.